How do you handle the pressure of representing such a prestigious institution as the Nobel Prize?
Hmm. What an interesting question. Um, I don't think I've ever been asked that before, and it's fascinating. Um, I suppose one answer is that actually working for an institution with a very strong brand name, um, in a way relieves a lot of pressure. And that's not a terribly good thing, but it is something to recognize that because people are, I suppose, they like these brands. They like the Nobel brand. And I also think of nature when I used to work there, the nature brand. If you go in to talk to people coming from those places, they want to talk to you. And that is, I was quite struck by that when I moved from being a scientist to working first for nature. That when I was a scientist, I was always feeling a great pressure when I went in to talk to people that I had to represent myself as a good scientist. People were watching to see whether I was good at this. When you come from a big brand, people treat you a little differently and they start, they're quite keen to talk. And that was the first big realization that, hey, things are a little, this alters the scale and it's not really fair because you haven't changed yourself. And it's not, and so the fact that some important person is more happy to talk to you now than they were before is only because of the brand sitting on your shoulder. It's not because you've changed. So I was always struck by the injustice of this, but that makes it easy to have the conversations. In terms of representing the brand as a, not making a mistake with the brand, if you like. Yes, of course, you have to be careful. I mean, you have to watch what you're talking about and you have to think of the history of what went before you. One as a working for there's 100 people who work for, if you like, maybe the Nobel sphere, and they all go out there and do wonderful things, and each one is a tiny, tiny part of a very big enterprise. But yes, I think everyone's aware that you mustn't you don't want to diminish things in any way. But it's an interesting framing.